All right, so nice retest, 1-on-1 or better. Yep. Which of the training videos talks about technique? I mean, they all do. Do you have anything specific, Donna? Because they all talk about technique. It's just a different level or a different topic of technique. But they all talk about the technique on the website. The email that I gave you, the link to it, they all talk about different types of techniques.
Hey, excuse me, Mr. J.
Yeah.
I was wondering, is a 1-to-1, is that 15 pips?
Yeah, you're looking at between 15, 20 pips, 15, 20 pips, and you're looking at, yeah, 15, 20, yeah, because you can get that easily with GBP, trading off of these breakout zones.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So every time I send out a trade setup, just try to take the 15, 20, but today I'm going to try to show you how to catch more. That's the goal for today. All right. Okay, Donna, that's why I just recorded it, because I'm going to edit that. And that's going to be the video to talk about these trade setups and these entries. Going to the beginner videos, the extra trainings videos, Donna, and you can see how we enter. That I talk about the entry techniques and stuff. So go into extra training videos and look where it says entry. All right, cool. Can you define the golden zone for me, because I'm confused with, is it a no man's land concept? We start looking for a trade within the golden zone, or is it the pullback test that gives back to the market? Okay, so Lisa want to know about that. All right. All right, so let's see here. All right, so for what was the question again? Do you want to know the golden zone? So all the golden zone is when price pulls back. So price made, let me show you a good example, because it can get real tricky and more advanced. But let's find you some textbook, and then we can get advanced later. So let's say price pulls back. First of all, this was a big downtrend, right? Big downtrend. Then price pulls back. Okay, you want a confirmation to buy. Like, buying here is a little bit scary. You're gonna have to break a trend line or something for me, right? So you're gonna have to break a trend line for me to buy here. So you did that, right? You broke the trend line. So now I feel safe. I don't feel safe buying here, but I feel safe buying here once you break a trend line and retest on it, right? The origin of this was here, where it dropped, pulled back, dropped. So another origin. So I got the trend line touching here, and then it breaks above and retest. So now I feel good buying. All right, so let's say you bought here, from here to here. Well, now you got an impulse move now. So identify that. All right, Lisa? Boom. All right, let's delete the trend line. You got this big up move here. Okay, so now the golden zone, you want to find if this is going to be a true buy, if this is going to be a true momentum, a trend change, then it needs to be bouncing off of one of the golden zones, or 38.2 or whatever. But right now I'm teaching you guys the golden zones. So now you want to mark up your low to your high. Well, Lisa, can you comment and let me know if you know where's the lower and the high? How do you know that this is the low and the high? Do you know that already? Do you know that already? All right, so she says she know it already. If somebody don't know it, then chime in. But this is answering her question. So she says she know that this is the low and this is the high. All right, cool. So from the low and the high, pull out your fib. It's going up, right? So start it at the bottom and push up with it. All right. Where's your golden zone at? Where's the golden zone at? I got it highlighted for you. It's gold. So make sure you got my fibs. Screenshot if you need the fibs. But that's it. But it's on the video too. So yeah, 5618. Boom. I got them gold for you. All right. So what I like to do when I'm sending out these trade setups, I'm like, oh man, obviously, man, that's a zone right there. Boom. It's not a coincidence. So that's my golden zone. And now if price pulls back in there, boom, that's how you get my trade setups. I'm like, okay, buy zone, sell zone, let's go. Talk to me. Which way are we going? I'm ready.
Jay.
Go ahead.
The highs and the lows. I mean, it's not just limited to or restricted to 2 on the left, 2 on the right, as in this case. I mean, if it's just like obvious as it is right now, we can go off of that too, right?
Yep. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. I'm glad you said that. Okay. What else? You got different ways of doing it. You got this. Price close above. I mean, looking for your high. Once price close below this moving average, make it an 8 moving average. That's a way of telling your high. So once you got a candle that closes below this 8 moving average, boom, that's your high.
Okay.
That's another way. It's many different. I got another way. You know, if price closes below the 20 moving average, then that'll be your high. And then you got your 2 to the left, 2 to the right situation. So boom. All right. Now to sell, we like the double top. Now you're going to go to your patterns. So now go over to Telegram and get the cheat sheet of all the patterns. And now you got price touching back up at this zone. Boom. We can enter from here. You know what I'm saying? You can enter once price closes below the 50. Is many different ways of doing this. There's no one way to do this. You know, you don't like to take the double top at the highest point, buy low, sell high. You know, you got a double top, so sell high. If you're too scared to do that, then wait for it to close down here, and now you got your 50 moving average. Retesting. Boom, sell here. It's still good money to be made. Even though you didn't catch it all the way down here, it's still good money to be made. From off this retest off the 50. That's why I got the 50, because man, I mean, it breaks below it, retests it, and drops again, like the 50. Like you can make all kind of money if you know how to use that 50 right. Combined with structure, not just the 50 alone. So yeah, Jovan, there you go. What about the sell? There you go. That's a couple different ways to look at that. All right, so boom. Let me go back up here. Let me go this out. All right. So Lisa, does that make sense? I got it. Thanks, it's clear now. Okay, that's all I needed to know. All right, so now let me see. So now you got this. Let me test something out with y'all real quick, something more advanced. You got A, X to A to B. Okay, let me try something here. Yeah, so that's what you guys remember that? Go back over to Telegram. Oh no, close out of that. Remember in the chat group on Facebook where I showed y'all that? That's what I was looking at, but it was news that was stopping me from catching it. So I didn't catch it, but that's a Gartley pattern that I have found. And if you can understand, this is what I got to start teaching in the advanced class, you know. And so if you learn that, it's not even fair anymore. It's not even fair. If you can understand them X to A legs, B find C, and then we can take D on up. D is an entry, you know. So we can talk about that later. But let's talk about how we can catch, instead of the 15-20, let's see how can we catch more pips. Any questions here? Yeah. So, so let's say for an example. So one thing I like to use is this. I like to use the Martin color trend change. So once you got the zones being broken, I don't know why I deleted it. Zones being broken right here. You get that momentum. That's all I'm saying. I try not to make nothing complicated. So you catch the sale. Okay, we're all done with that. We're back to the retracement part. Okay, you caught the double top, whatever you did, I don't know. Boom, we're done. We're back down here. You should have had this marked up long time ago. You should have had this marked up when this candle started pushing. All right, you should have had this marked up way before then. Not when price gets down here, like, oh, let me think about the fib. Like, it's too late. Like, well, it's not too late, but you're going to be racking your brain like rushing. Plan ahead. So you got the big move up, and you got a high, and you see price kind of consolidating or pulling back. Pull out the zone right then and there. Mark your zones up. Price may not get back there, but what if it does? You're ready. So, so now it's playing around a little bit. These are all buy opportunities you could have taken out of the zone. But all I'm saying is for the people, let's focus on the people that want to catch more than the 15-20. Do you see how if I take away this fib, this zone, it looks good. It looks good. Like, oh man, it shot up when it turns green or when it flips red. Like, ooh, I guess like it's going to be a 70% win ratio with this stuff. Because I see some that didn't really do nothing, like playing around up in here, it really didn't do nothing. Like it was green, maybe buy, but it just dropped, played around here. And then maybe right here, this didn't really do nothing. So you was like, oh, you're looking for the sell. You probably could have caught a little bit of that, but it was like crazy. It was like real choppy. But you want to catch these big moves. You know what I mean? So even if you just took all of them, I guess you will come out as a winner because there's more wins than these crazy ones. But I don't like gambling like that. I like to have an understanding. So what if you combine what I'm showing you guys, pulling out the fib, because you got a low and a high, right? You can pull out a fib now. And the fib retracement is going to be used for entry purposes. The retracement is used for entry purposes. The extension is going to be used for exit purposes, take profits and so forth. And the fib retracement is entries and stop losses. And some people know how to flip it around and do all of that stuff. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just showing you easy. Fib and extension. Fib retracement, fib extension. So retracement, we're thinking about entries and stop losses. The extensions is going to be our take profit goals. So now what if we're focused on, we're talking about catching runners, right? We're trying to catch more. We're trying to hold these and maximize profits now. Some people is ready for that. I like the momentum. I like combining this. You tested the 618. You made the ABC. Okay, if you advance, now you see the Gartley pattern in here a little bit. And you closed above the zone. You closed above it. The zone was the golden zone. You closed above it. Odds are in your favor now. Odds are in your favor. So then either you take it down here and you get in where, I said, okay, take the buy. All right. Think about my whole setup. Buy entry, sell entry, right? Buy zone, buy zone breakout. Breakout zone for sale, whatever, right? But what if it breaks out up here and then it turns green? You can do it without it turning green, but this is just a little help for you, all right? You don't even need it to turn green. All you do is just simple. All you do is just keep moving up the stop loss. It's really that simple. But is it really that simple when it's game time though? Is it really that simple? Or do we get a little you know, second guessing, a little scared. I'm just trying to help you get a little confidence. Because really all you do is you take the buy and just keep moving up the stop loss, you know. But let's see if we can get some momentum. It turns green. You already back tested. You broke out of the zone. You at the 618, the golden zone, and now it's flipping colors. Hold the boy. Move up the stop loss. At this point, let me rewind this.
Quick question, Jay, before you
Go
go
ahead.
on. When you're moving up the stop loss, how do you know or how do you judge how far to move it up?
So we're about to do that right now. So that's why I wanted to replay it. So hopefully I can answer your question. So boom. Oh, all right. So I don't know. Maybe somebody entered in at the 50% that it broke out, came back and retest. Maybe we entered in right here at the 50, right? Now it turns green. Honestly, I don't like moving that stop loss up right there. Right here, let's really dissect this. Because we're trying to help the people that's trying to maximize, right? If you're trying to maximize, you have to have, or catch runners, as they say, you have to have a different mindset. Let's first talk about that. You got to have a different mindset. You can't have a scalper's or a day trader mindset or scalper's mindset. You cannot have that. Because if you're trying to catch a runner, but yet you have tendencies and you're acting like a scalper, then you might as well take the profit. You might as well take the profit. Because a lot of times they're not just going to keep shooting up. It's going to come up here and test again and play around like it did and shoot up. So it shot up, played around, went deep down towards the stop loss just to shoot back up again. So you got to switch your thinking to catch these runners. You got to switch the thinking. So if you're going to say, you know what? All right, so play it. See what I'm saying? Boom, it turns green. Oh, I'm in profit. It turned green too. Jay said when it turned green, it goes. I did say that, but I also said GBP will wick out on you 30 pips the other way just to go up to the upside again. So that's why I said I don't like moving the stop loss this early to the zone. EUR odd, USD JPY, or all USD, fine, because they don't even really move like that. Really little small candles, you know, the pull, they gonna go, and then the pullback is not gonna be crazy like this. And so you're fine. But with GBP, I'm committed to this pair. I know how this thing does. It's crazy how these wicks are. And the wick, how many pips was the wick? 10 pips back the other way. All USD, it probably ain't gonna even be like that. You're probably gonna get more movement pushing up than a pullback. But GBP bouncing back and forth, wicks, you know, stopping you out, you know. All right, so anyways, keep going. All right, so now I'm thinking like, ooh, this might be time to pull the stop loss at a break even. At a break even, I gotta say yeah, or a little bit above it, because how many pips we in profit now? From the zone, of course. That's 39 pips. I gotta say break even. With GBP, it just gotta be that way. That's why if you can't accept that, then you're not ready to really catch the runners the right way. I'm not saying you can't catch it still, but I'm just trying to help you the best way I can. I'm like break even. I'm like, I'll put it right here. Because I'm looking at this wick. Maybe this is a reversal zone. Maybe my price might come back and hold at this reversal area. Why do I call this a reversal zone? Because look, wicks all up in here. Now wicks all up in here. Price might come back down, but don't come this far because it got these reversal zone areas with these wicks. I'm hoping, right? I'm walking you through my thought process. We're talking about catching runners. So now I'm shifting my mindset. Okay, here's the thing, guys. This is why what I didn't like. Okay. I'm all the way up here. All right. And I'm at a break even. And a lot of times price come way back down here and stop me out. And I said, man, I was up 40 pips. just to get stopped out with nothing. And it kept happening to me. And a lot of times it kept happening because maybe my entry wasn't that good. Because back then I was entering high and stuff. I ain't had this understanding that you guys have now. So I was getting stopped out real easy, thinking I'm trying to catch a runner. So I said, man, I'm tired of this. I'm not trying to play in this market. I'm not doing this for fun. So I just said, you know what? I'm catching my 15, 20 pips. I'm done. But now we have a little bit more understanding now, 3 years later, and it's shooting up. I'm saying break even. I'm saying break even. And here's the thing. You have to, if you're going to try to catch a runner, remember I said you have to shift your mindset. You have to understand if you get broke, if it gets to break even, it gets to break even. You can't beat yourself up like I used to. You have to accept it, because you were trying to give yourself a chance to catch a runner. You was trying to give yourself a chance to put yourself in position to catch 50, 70, 100 pips. So you can't just do that by doing this. Oh man, I want to lock in all of these profits and I want to catch a runner. That's just it's not set up for that. This market ain't finna be in your favor like that. Sorry to say. Sometimes you can though. You might catch a good one where the odd is like super weak and this thing just keep going. We've seen it happen. But bro, like you caught an entry, price is up here, you want to lock in half of that and think you still gonna catch a runner without getting stopped out? The chances is slim. Not impossible, but the chances is slim. All right, thank you for that. I've encountered this quite often. Yeah, Jovan, yes, sir. So the mindset is, what do you want to do? Do you want to get that break even and you want to get an actual pivot happening? You want to see a pullback and some kind of consolidation happening. Then it's safe to move that stop loss up. So let's see, do we got a real life example of that? Oh, see, that boy shot up. So on this one, I gotta move this up, man. I'm not finna be that deep. At least move it under this zone here. Let's move this fib out the way. At least put the stop loss under this structure, this pivot here, at least, right? Lock all that money in. All right, because now it could pull back maybe a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulder pattern, and come back and test this area here and shoot up again. I don't know. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right, Marcus. I'm moving it up again. I just like, would you do it? What would you do?
Yeah, I had to do it today on gold. So like if it was a large candle, I was looking at some pivots, but that large candle there, I would try to give it at least 50% to come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then maybe I start feeling better about it. I did have to risk like 30 pips. I had to play with 30 pips and then, just be okay with losing that. But it kept going up. I ended up getting 80 pips out of it. But I couldn't move it up too fast. I had to give it at least 50% on those big candles so I could feel safe about it.
Right. So what he's saying is most of the time when you get an engulfing candle, he said large candle, but he's saying engulfing candle, price would like to retest 50% of that. Did it do it here? No. Did it do it here? This is really this is an engulfing candle to these, but it didn't do it, but it did it here, at least 50% here. And it closed right here. So it came down testing, but it closed here. So let's see what else happens. So I'm me personally though, I'm gonna move my stop loss. I'm gonna lock in all that money, like right there, from the entry to here. So I locked in 50 pips. So,
but Jay, I would say even though that candle is a full green one, like the one I had on gold earlier, it ended up being a full green one by the time it closed. But while it was doing it, it made the top wick first and then came back 50% and then went back up. So had I moved it right away when it was full the first time, it would have stopped me out.
Yeah.
I didn't play with that second big candle until it actually closed. And then I had to move it up. But if that candle was forming, it could come back 50%, and just show you that wick and then go back up and close out at the top.
Yup. And if you moved it while it was forming, I'm at least give it 50. So maybe right here, boom, it stops you out. Just to go up again. Is that what you're saying? So you was like, I'm a hold off on that big green candle until I see it close where it closes, right?
Right. Yep.
And so for like, just for an example, like act like this was gold. Okay, you see it close. Where did you end up moving your stop loss? Like right here or something?
Yeah. Yep. Something like that. Yep.
Yeah. And that's the proper way of doing that, catching those runners. And it's easier said than done, man. It really is.
It took me a while to like this is the first time I really did it successfully.
Nice.
It's tough seeing all those pips and being okay with it coming back down and stopping you out lower. Like you do have to change your mindset on it.
Yes, sir. So I'm just playing with this. Boom, there you go. You got stopped. Well, you got stopped out here. If you put it up below that one, you got stopped out. You just never know. I mean, how far is this going to go up, guys? Man, I don't know. I really don't know how far this is going to go up. Like, I thought a retest would have been happened. But remember, you know what? Perfect time to segue into this. If you missed it, guys, right down here, all this retest action happening, you missed it here. You got to wait for the next retest zone. The next retest zone was up in here. Can you be patient for that? And that's what happened with Devin. He had missed out on it. And so you just have to understand, nobody's going to hold your hand in this. Well, that's why we educate you. And then it's your job to understand and study this and ask questions so you can be ready for it. Because when it happens, either you know it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Either you know how to do this or you don't. Because somebody might not answer your question when you're on that island and you need help right then and there, and you in a pinch. Somebody might not can't get to your question right there. You know, still ask it though, because whatever happens, at least you're gonna get that understanding. Still ask it, but all I'm saying is get your study in as much as you can so you can be ready in these type of situations. You know what I mean? So boom. All right, it breaks above it. Where's your next retest zone? In here. So I'm gonna go body to wicks. So yeah, something like this. Yeah, something like that area. And boom, now you got another zone. So, but you had to wait though. So you had to wait a couple hours. You should be okay with that. You should be, you know what? Here's the mindset, guys. You should be like, you know what? Jay, you're not sending out a trade at 1. Hey guys, there's nothing here to send out. I don't see anything safe. I don't want to risk you guys' accounts, you know? So I'm trying to be patient. But the mindset shouldn't be, oh man, you know, there's no trade set up. There's nothing here today. The mindset should be is, okay, you know what? I seen his work. I seen Robert's work. They're trying to do what's best for us. And you know what? I can't rush anybody. I'm just thankful that I got the opportunity to participate in these big guys' movements. We got to be thankful and not acting like we're guaranteed something. Like we can just show up at 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. and be guaranteed 15 pips. Because we can be guaranteed a loss of 15 pips, if anything. So we just got to, if we can be thankful, a lot of good things happen from that mindset. You know what? I'm just thankful and grateful that I can wake up and participate in these movements, and then I got a little help along the way. And so I just want us to have that right mindset. It's more to it than just learning how to do this and watching these zones and doing all of that. I think the mindset is important with this. The being humble and grateful that God put us in this position to do this. I think that we need that just as much as learning how to do this technical stuff. All right. So that would be the next zone. So that's all I said. I said all that just to say you missed it. It's okay. You might get frustrated, but just kick back into your education. Kick back into what you've been taught. Wait for the next zone and be patient and thankful for it. You know, I understand that I have to wait for the next zone. That is the safest way to do it. If you try to get in late, If you win, just understand you got lucky. Just understand, because that could have easily hit up here and dropped. It could have easily came up here and hit this zone 1, 2, 3 and dropped on you because you entering late and stuff. All right. So admit when you got lucky, and you know what I'm saying, try to follow your rules as best as possible. So the next zone would be up here, break up here. Oh man, shoot, this thing closed all the way up here again. Let me take off this color change stuff. Oh man, I missed the breakout again. What are your rules? Are you the breakout trader or the retest trader? If you're the breakout trader, you just would have took it. If you're the retest trader, you don't care, and this don't phase you. I don't care if it go up another 1,000 pips. I'm not taking it, because you got to you got to come to me. That type of discipline is expected from you. So then it comes back and retests, and you're like, ooh. Now let me tell you about this price action right here, though. So a big red candle comes back down, man, above the zone, and this was a was this? I'm trying to think. Was this a golden zone up in here? Was this a golden zone area? I wonder. Oh, wow. Oh, man, we could have caught the sell there, too. Oh, my goodness. Bro. We could have been ready for that, possibly. Man, the fibs it gives it away, man. And so all I did was, we were using fibs on this lower stuff, but as price pushes up, don't be scared to go back. Don't be scared to go back and pull a fib out from this area. And be ready as price pushes deeper into these. So now, let me pull out a fib here. Oh my goodness. Fibs all over the place. Fib action all over the place. Oops. Oh my goodness. Y'all see this? Another catch. We just fibbing it up? Bro. Another bounce off of there. Now you're going to either take the bounce. How many? Was that even worth taking, though? 23 pips. And let me see the stochastic on that. Stochastic going up. So that would probably be a time to take it now. On a 15-minute, though, let me go to the 15-minute. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm going to say maybe on that one. But definitely you see price reacting to the fib at that level. So all I did, ooh, my battery about to die. Shoot. Not today. Not today. All right. So now I pulled out a fib from here, from this low point to up here now, and price come back to that 618. Now, either you're going to take it at the bounce, or you're going to wait for the trend line break. Or we just going to break lower and sell. You see why we don't lose that much? I'm ready either way. I'm about to make a YouTube video on it. Why team take profits don't lose a lot, or I don't know what I'm gonna call it, guys. But all I'm saying is that, look, when people give out signals, they just say, oh, buy here, take stop loss here, take profit there, and boom. That's it, win or lose. Man, I'm ready both ways. So how can we lose? Now, if you don't, but the understanding of how to put these zones and these fibs in place at the right spot is very crucial when you're trying to trade this way. When you're ready either way, you cannot have a mishap of putting your zone in the wrong spot, because you're going to put it at a little minor zone on a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, and then you're going to get faked out, and then you're going to take the sell, and then it's going to shoot back up. So you got to have the understanding of that. But once you do, man, I'm just saying, we haven't lost much. Manny say it's not fair. It's not fair, bro. So let's play it out, though. Broke below the zone. Caught it. Would have caught that. 618. Close below it. Let's sell. Oh, we leave the trend line there, though. One touch. Drop. Touch. Drop. Break. Buy. Like I got this thing so boxed in, it's crazy. But having it boxed in is half the battle. You have to understand what the market is doing. As is, you know, the first thing is Mark's like Manny. I was with the meeting with the mentorship winners, and he was saying he had his stuff marked up, and he was with his wife and was like, bro, this stuff reacting to the stuff I drew up. You know, it reacted to this trend line like it's crazy. And so at first, I just want you to get an experience like that. Get an aha moment. Get an aha moment like that. And then understand how to, you know, I can teach you how to trade off of it later. But first, just see if you can get a reaction off of the trade setups you form for yourself in practice time. And then that's going to blow your mind. And then now, boom, you're going to start asking me detailed questions. Like, yo, this setup, price respected it. Like, where would I have entered in at? You know, how far, what would the stop loss? You know, you would have been asking me detailed questions and stuff. But so I just wanted to see what happened. So there you go. So enter in, it broke the trend line. Okay. Where was the stop loss? Below the low. Or you could do below the 618 or below the low. So stop loss would have been down here. Entered in at this. You ate once, you ate twice. Took the retest right here. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Boom. Broke out. Retest. Enter in at the trend line. 40 pips, 30 pips. You caught it. Now, price plays around. It bounces again off the trend line. Maybe you took it, maybe not. And then, you know, all of this was just playing around. This was towards, I don't know what time of the day this was, but that's what happened. So off the initial play, you won. Off the initial play of this trade setup, you won. So, so the main thing is I want us to get back on topic, though. The main thing was how to catch these runners. You got to change that mindset. We kind of got into some other things, but the main topic was how to catch these runners because we've been getting them. We've been getting them, and if you take profit at 15.20, it's nothing wrong with that because I do. You know, sometimes I bust ahead with $1,000 because I caught more pips. But most of the time, I'm looking for $300 a day, and then I go about my way. And I just come back again and just keep compounding my account. And so to catch the runners, you got to change your mindset. So some pushes up like this, break even, it shoots up again. Yeah, I'm like, bring it back up here. Maybe push it up here a little bit, secure more profits. And I'm going to say this one more time. Look at this. When move the stop loss up dynamically. Okay, so don't just be like, oh, I'm a trail at 10 pips. Like if it shoots up fast, move it up faster. If it's going up and then consolidating, going up, consolidating, then move it up slower. Move your stop loss up according to how the market is moving. That's what I mean. Be dynamic with it. Don't be like mechanical, where it's just a trailing stop loss, 10 pips. It's just gonna keep trailing it and keep trailing it. You know, do it yourself. So now price shoots up here. I'm gonna look left, always look left, and I'm gonna say, oh, price might, because I didn't know it was gonna shoot up again, right? So I'm like, well, price might come back and retest this zone. So I'm gonna be conservative and be under this zone area somewhere up in here, just in case it comes back and try to retest. Oh, it doesn't? Then I'll move it up more. And then it shoots up again. I'm giving it room to play around. Give it a little room to play around. See, why won't you give it room to play around? if you can't do that, then don't be trying to catch a runner. You need to give it room to play around with. If you can't come to terms to do that, then you're really not ready to catch the runner. You got to be willing to give. You got to be willing to lose a little bit to catch more, or you know what I mean, because you might get stopped out, but you might catch 150 pips too. So you ain't gonna get the best of both worlds. Some days you're gonna get stopped out, and then some days you're gonna catch the runner. You just gotta live with the results. And then now you're making a pivot here, so maybe I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna lock in right here. You could lock in here, but I don't know about that. I'm gonna lock in about here, and just kind of see what it's gonna do, maybe something like that. I don't know.
So now, Jay, you use your fib extension tool to find your TP.
Yeah, because you know what?
Keep going.
Yeah, because this one got stopped out, and as it was going, I was like, man, that's probably gonna come back to the 618 area, and yes, it did. So the golden zone area. So that's exactly what it did, and stopped me out. And what did it keep doing? Oh yeah, what was your question, bro?
Would you use the fib extension tool to find your, like, it ain't gonna run forever? So like, where would you look at for it to stop?
Oh yeah, dang, bro, I forgot to talk about that. I talked about the retracement. So the fib extension. Let me see. So let's do something like this. So fib extension tool I got right now. So low. I messed up. So I'd like to do something with low, high, low. All right. And so that's how I like to do it. So what is that basically? That's A, B, A. So I put my extension tool from the low to the high to the low. Or you could say from the low to the high and back down in. And that's how I do that. And then the 100% level is TP1, and then take some profits off or whatever, and then take profit 2 would be the 127. And then now you're looking at, well, now you got to ask yourself, well, how much have it been going up? Do I really got room for this 127? Like, what leg am I? Do you see how it gets more advanced with it? Because you can't think that just because it went to the 127 from this fib, that is going to go to the 127 for all of them. Every time it pulls back to the 618, then you pull out the fib extension from low, high, low, from A, B, A, and then you got another 127. And you're like, oh, guaranteed, another 127 hit. No, it's not guaranteed, because you got to look at the Elliott wave of it. What leg are we on? Are we on a 5th wave? So it gets, the more you know, the more money you can make, and the safer you can trade. So, so this is probably like the 3rd time, you know, the fib has pulled back, and now we at a double, almost at a double, yeah, pretty much at a double top up here. I don't know where it's gonna go, but you can lock in profits, move the stop loss wherever you at in your trade, but definitely like, So what if your rule is this, guys? I know we're kind of going a little longer, but we're gonna stop soon. But what if your rule is this with the catching the runner? That you always keep your stop loss around the 618. That could be a rule that you have of that impulse, that whatever move you caught and you're trying to catch that runner, when you find that high or whatever, and that's established, you know, maybe you keep it at that 618, or maybe you just kind of monitor it, you know, or you can play the pivots, you know, I don't know. But I think that you should have some rules in place.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Alan here. Another rule you can make too, like your moving average. What's that? The 8 exponential.
Yeah, 8 right here.
Yeah, you see how when it closed below that, that could be a rule, like you stop out thin.
That's a beautiful rule. Who is this?
This is Alan.
My man. That's a really good rule too. Right.
Yeah, you can still move up your stop loss, but then you can watch the moving average also.
So you combining it even better. So go ahead and move that stop loss. I really like that rule, to be honest with you. Because that 618, I think that's going to be iffy. I don't know about this one.
Mhm.
But I do like what you said. I like okay, go ahead and move your stop loss up as I taught you earlier. But then keep an eye on that moving average too. So combine them together to create your analysis whether you're going to take profit or not.
Right.
And be done with it. I like that. I think that might be something to back test and actually implement. For real, that's solid. That's solid. What you think about that, Mark? I always got to check with Marcus. He a beast low key. What you think about that?
Yeah, I was doing that this morning too. Like you got to check because I don't know, the way gold was moving, it'll move far away from that lower moving average. But then once it start getting close, I had to give myself room for it to touch it. Because as soon as it touched it, it'll bounce off of it. But once it closed below, it was like, all right, game over, you know. But then I started using the pivots too. I was trying to throw everything together.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like you a beast, bro. I appreciate your insight. I always ask you, bro. Always ask you. I really do appreciate you.
Another thought too is say, okay, you can take half of it off as it closes below the moving average, and you can wait for it to come back and maybe retest and add back.
Okay.
If it doesn't go all the way out and stop you out, break even on the other half, and it looks like it wanna after it retraces, then it starts again, you can add back again.
That's a good one too. Because gold did after I got out, it went up.
So many ways to make money in the market.
Yeah. So this obviously is going to be for more intermediate, advanced people. All my beginners, they like, man, I ain't messing with none of that. You know, I feel you. Get them 15, 20 pips, add them up. But I gotta cater to my intermediate and advanced people, and we gotta have conversations as well on how we're gonna kill this market. So that's good, bro. That last one you just said is even saucier, but that one you said at first is solid to me, bro. I like that. So yeah, for sure. So that's how I moved the fib extension. So now, real quick, before we close, let's see what we got here. All right, so it's whole up move, right? Let's see how it played out. Anyway, we'll hang up. We using fib and extensions. So see that golden zone right here. Okay. And it just kept respecting it all the way through. But let's just focus here. Act like we don't see that yet. And then fib extension, remember, A, B, A. Boom. And the fact, and you know what? And the fact that you can identify this happening on the first leg, I do like the chances of it going to the 1 through 7 on the first leg. When you get to the second and third, you got to be careful. But the first one, I would say the first one will have a greater chance. I'm not saying that it's guaranteed. I would never say anything is guaranteed in this market. But you have a greater chance of getting that 1 through 7 if you can identify you came from the first leg, the first wave. So you got this big drop. Trend line was broken. We already identified that earlier. Trend line was broken right here. Trend line was broken right here. Retest, shot up. You got a fib. It started to pull back. Finally, after a whole nother day, don't give up on this trade because you made money off of it. Still have your zone set. Comes back to the golden zone that you had sitting there waiting for like a whole day. And now it's confirmed that it's going up. That 1 through 7 going to be from that first move. So I think a lot of times we don't go back and see what happened the previous day to put this all together as it continues to go. We only just focus on what's going on that day. But let's look back a little bit more and see if we can get some more analysis going on here to catch a bigger move that's possibly going to happen later in the week or later in the day. Did that make sense? So I pulled the ABA fib extension from here, and we did get the 1 through 7 extension back up here. It took a while, but they just not going to shoot up. This is rare. This is not going to happen all the time where it just drops. A lot of times they come in consolidation and build up some momentum and bounce again. Now, here's another thing, guys. What if you don't want to catch the runner? This is the last thing. What if you don't want to catch the runner, but you can identify that it is running, but you just want to take pieces of it? You just want to pick it apart. You don't want to hold it, get the swap fees, take the risk, but you do want to analyze it as if you are in the runner, but you're not really taking the position, but you're analyzing it. You're moving with it. You're identifying it. And then you want to pick it apart. That's what I do. I really don't hold them a lot, but I know that it's running from this zone, and then I could just pick it apart. I know what you can do is have your 127 in place, understand that it bounced off the zone, and just catch another trade the next day, possibly up to the 127, possibly up to the 100 first, the 100 first, and then maybe from there you catch it up to the 127. So you could do it that way too. If you just don't want to hold it the whole time, you could pick it apart, and that's usually what we do. Do you see? Have you seen the trend like that's been going? Like, I'm giving you GA trades every single day. Like GA again. GA was yesterday. We caught whatever, 68 pips, 30 pips. Now today, another 38, because I'm just putting it together. I'm not holding it the whole day, but I'm like, okay, I saw what happened yesterday. Boom, this zone is still being respected. Okay, I'm gonna call out another GA trade because I see it. I'm putting the pieces together each day. All right. So it's a good thing for you to intertwine intermediate with the beginners. It extends our goals and expectations more. So as a beginner, I appreciate the convo. Yeah, Lisa, absolutely. I cannot hide this information from you. You may be lost, but all you do is just stay to your plan, what you're learning right now, and just come to these trainings to just hear it, get it into your system. Be familiar with the lingo. Be familiar. You might not know how to use it yet, but when you do get there, it's like it wasn't foreign. You had already became familiar with some of this stuff. So when you do master all the stuff that you're on, when you get to the intermediate events, this is all gonna come together for you. It's crazy how it's gonna happen. I heard another educator say something. That's how aha moments happen. Yep. She said your subconscious learns before. Oh yeah, oh man, that's powerful, Donna. That's powerful, Donna. Because you might be stumbling on the stuff tonight, and you really want to learn it, right? And you like, man, I can't get the fibs, right, Manny? I can't get the fibs. I'm pretty sure that my man's that took a break from the charts, went to sleep on it. His brain's still working on how to figure this stuff out. Wake up the next 2 days or whatever, come back to it, and boom, it clicks. That happened to me a lot, and more than just Forex stuff. It is real, bro. And Robert, bro, Robert definitely should definitely know about it because he got a master in it. God made us powerful, man. So I'm just thankful. But yeah, but I think we got to wrap it up. I got some things to do, but I just want to focus on trying to catch these runners and the right mindset to catch it. All right. So any other questions, guys, before we close? Yep, no problem, Manny. Man, I appreciate you, bro. All our mentorship winners, they'll be gone. They're gonna be leaving us August 24th. So show them some love. You know, they're gonna be leaving us in a group. So we appreciate them. All right, guys, I'm gonna close out, check in with the family, and then I'll see y'all for London, see what we can get. And remember, guys, we only as good as our last trade. So we got to show up discipline every single time. All right.
Thanks, Jay.
Yes, sir. My man, Jason. I appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate everybody. All right, guys. So
Okay, Jay. Take care.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys. So you already know. Let's make this money, baby. Peace.